I was 7 years old when I first saw it. My brother and I shared a room with a bunk bed. I slept on the top. It was late, around 2:40 a.m. when I woke up for no reason. Something made me glance out the window, and that's when I saw her. Across the block, in the field beyond, stood a hunched back woman. Her long black hair hung down like a curtain, and where her face should have been, there was nothing. I blinked, and then she moved. Every time I looked directly at her, she ran toward me. But the second I shifted my gaze, only watching through my peripheral vision, she stopped. It was as if she didn't notice me at all. This terrifying game continued for nearly an hour. I couldn't scream. I couldn't look away. Then, at 3:30 a.m., she suddenly darted toward a house down the street, as if someone else had seen her. Maybe another child. A car passed by moments later, its headlights cutting through the darkness. As if on instinct, the figure chased after it, running at an unnatural speed, only to stop abruptly and return to the field. I was frozen, trapped in my own fear. She lingered there until 4:20 a.m. Then, as if obeying some unseen command, she turned away and walked toward the forest at the edge of town. But even as she left, she never stopped watching me. Time passed, and I grew older. I convinced myself that it had just been a nightmare, until my brother started playing in that very same forest. The first time I stepped foot inside, everything seemed normal. And yet, something felt wrong. The air was heavy, thick with an unseen presence. That night, as we passed the tree line, we saw it. A dog, or maybe a coyote, stood at the edge of the woods watching us. I pulled out my camera and switched it to night vision. Its eyes glowed in the dark, reflecting back at me like two burning embers. But it never moved. Not to breathe, not to twitch, not even to blink. It was as if it wasn't really there. I never told my family about what I saw. But deep down, I know this isn't over. We're moving soon, to a new property, one surrounded by thick, endless forest. And I have a feeling that something is waiting for me. I'll document everything. 'Cause whatever this thing is, it hasn't forgotten me. And I don't think it ever will.